Hello, graduates, faculty, staff, family, and friends. I'm honored to be here speaking with you today, even though I am a bit nervous. When I was asked to give this speech on behalf of the online and distance learning programs, I was surprised. As a completely online student, you can imagine I haven't done much public speaking in the past few years, though when asked, I felt compelled to share my story. My name is Makayla Gaitan, and I'm 21 years old. Since I was a child, I had a passion for helping others. Whether it was helping a friend with their homework, picking someone up who fell down, or listening to someone who needed an ear, I was always invested in their well-being. This innate passion is what led me to pursue an education and career in the field of human services. This program allowed me to simultaneously obtain my degree while continuing to work and gain experience in the helping profession. Now that I'm graduating with my bachelor's degree in human services, I've accepted a new position in the field that I love. My time at Lees-McRae has been one in a million, but the journey that led me here was far from easy. Many of us have experienced huge challenges already. Some say I've experienced more than my share. Though standing before you today proves that I can persevere through trials. If I had to point to a time in my life when I felt like the barriers became overpowering, I would say it was my sophomore year in high school. Due to major health challenges, I was not able to attend my education as required, leaving me with little choice but to withdraw. Though I had to leave public high school, my intentions were never to quit. I knew I needed to finish in order to go to college as I always planned. So, I tried homeschooling. Unfortunately, due to the financial challenges my family was experiencing, we were unable to afford the costs, and I lost all the progress I had made. At this point, I had lost 2 semesters of credits. I was a year behind my class, and I felt incredibly defeated. Though regardless of this setback, I was determined to continue. Fortunately, I was able to join the adult high school program at my local community college. I worked hard and graduated high school at the age of 17, a semester ahead of when I originally would have graduated. I was eager to start college early, and I jumped right into it. After one conversation with the Human Services Program Chair at the local community college, I knew Human Services was the field for me. I absolutely loved what I was learning, and I felt right at home. Though, of course, there were quite a few hurdles to jump along the way. The 2 years I spent earning my associate's degree was one of the most challenging times of my life. For the majority of my first year in college, I was living in a motel with my family because we lost our home in Hurricane Florence. We were trying to find an affordable place to live, but it took quite some time. It was definitely a less than ideal living situation, especially as a new college student. I didn't really have a space for studying. I didn't even have a bedroom, though I was thankful to have a roof over my head and eager to start this next chapter in my life. Whenever I mentioned my living situation to someone, I was often told that it might be better to wait until things were more stable before starting college. And while that may have been logical reasoning, I didn't want something that was out of my control to slow me down. I was ready to start this journey, so I did it anyway. During my second semester of college, I experienced a medical emergency that left me in and out of the hospital for months. I had to undergo multiple procedures, and I spent a great deal of that time in pain. I'm so thankful to have been able to work with my instructors to complete my classes, even though it was challenging to do so. I remember sitting in the hospital bed, hooked up to IVs, constantly being poked and prodded, while writing essays and doing assignments. Again, many people told me, take it easy, maybe I should drop some classes and just retake them later. But being as stubborn as I am, I didn't listen. I know that may have made more sense. However, I wanted to push through, so I did it anyway. Then 2020 happened, and as we all know, it shook the world. Like most people, that year took a lot from me. I lost my best friend and a loved one, I lost my job, and I experienced various mental health challenges. Again, people told me to take some time for myself, to grieve, heal, and adjust to this new normal. And while I did do that, I did not allow it to stop me. Despite all of this, I wanted to keep going, so I did it anyway. In the following year, I used the strength I gained from going through these hardships to flourish. I went on to finish my associate's degree with all A's and a couple B's. I obtained a full-time job in my field, giving back to the community which supported me. I also started my journey here at Lees-McRae. This school was at the top of my list when deciding where to go next, and after experiencing distance learning for the first time during the pandemic, I realized the opportunities it offers students, and I knew I wanted to pursue my bachelor's degree here. Being able to obtain this education while also working full-time was a blessing. It provided me with the flexibility I needed to support myself and begin an independent lifestyle at the age of 19, though of course, it was not without its challenges. Taking this all on at once was overwhelming at times. I had a hard time adjusting to my new life and living on my own, balancing school, work, health, bills, and attempting to socialize felt impossible at times. I experienced more stress, loss, physical and mental health challenges than I expected this early in life, and because of that, I constantly had people recommending that I lighten my course load or take some time off before continuing. But I'm betting you can guess how this goes. I did it anyways. Despite being a distance learning student and living over 6 hours away from campus, I never felt disconnected. Anytime I had a question or needed help, I knew I could reach out to someone at Lees-McRae who would lead me in the right direction. And even though I never met the majority of my classmates in person until now, I still felt connected to them all through this experience. And of course, the many, many, many discussion forums. So while I did do all this in spite of my challenges, I did not do this alone. Without the support and assistance I had from family, friends, faculty, and staff, I did not think I'd be standing here today. I encourage you, current and future students, to never be afraid to ask for help. I've shared with you my story and the struggles I've experienced because I want to express that all journeys are not meant to be easy, but that is not a reason to stop. If I've learned anything from this experience, it would be that you are stronger than the struggles you face, and you have the power to make the difference. Greatness comes to those who are willing to take risks and push through. Life is full of challenges, and there will always be something that can hold you back from pursuing your dreams and goals. But I challenge you today to do it anyway. Let your passion drive you, let your determination empower you, and let nothing stand in your way. Graduates, I congratulate all of you on reaching this milestone. And on behalf of all graduates, I want to thank the family and friends whose support got us here, as well as the faculty and staff whose work has given us this opportunity. Each and every one of you have played an instrumental role in not only what we've accomplished, but also in the success that is bound to come. And remember, no matter what obstacles stand in the way of you and your goals, do it anyway. Thank you.